Did you watch the Super Bowl? Did you watch
I did not watch the Super Bowl.
any of it, or did you just go?
The only thing I did was I watched the Turning Point USA halftime. Okay, so before we talk about that, let's talk about the halftime show for the Super Bowl. Yeah, that thing. So I've heard mixed reviews. Okay, I've heard some people say, "Oh, it was absolutely amazing. It was fantastic." Da 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 da, and that's like the most extreme minority. It's not even fun. Like you see videos of the stadium, and they're like he's singing, and they're not even clapping along. They're not doing anything. So,
and there's obviously my is I just crazy that people are surprised at how tame it was compared to other things. Other so that's good that it was that he was rapping, that he was singing, whatever, were extremely, and I think the reason why, I mean, I can tell you the reason why is most of the crowd doesn't speak Spanish. The targeted for Bad Bunny wasn't fans in the stadium, it was fans around the world. That's what the NFL's trying to do. They're having more games outside. Bad Bunny is like the top streamed artist. So I get why they chose him. But the problem that gets me is, do you try to appease your audience that you're trying to get internationally? Or do you try to appease your big fans at home? And I feel like I understand that they were trying to appease around the world. But my issue, like, you're trying to grow the game, but I think the issue was the reason why ratings were lower than expected and why most of the fans really couldn't get into it is because it wasn't for them. And I feel like that's where the NFL have those international games, try to have an international audience, that's fine. But when it comes to, I would maybe this is a terrible
Jason,
idea,
your
but I
mic
would
is
say
cutting in
focus
and out.
on anyway, all I was saying was I feel like they should have gone more for their fans, like at home, who were at the game, more American than the international.
No, I completely agree with that. One of my big issues with the Super Bowl show is, so they translated one of his songs, and one of the songs, if it would have been sung in English, the FCC would have got involved. And they would have put so many stinking things on it, it wouldn't have been funny. They literally were like, yeah, this should have never have happened. Like, I think, let me do research real quick, because I looked it up yesterday, or earlier this morning, and I don't know if the numbers changed, but they said that the numbers were strikingly bad for the Super Bowl halftime show numbers. Because like last year they had like 136 million watching. But here's the thing. They're saying that the early reports are showing about 135 million, okay? 133.5. But that's also not exactly the most accurate. So the one from so TV Insider pretty much says that the Bad Bunny has more than 61 million views on YouTube. Okay, here's the issue with that. The All-American halftime show, the one from Turning Point, was a third at 21 million. That means that they had, over the course of 2 days, since it's Tuesday, Tuesday and Sunday, so 3 days, they had 21 million views to watch, Turning Point. And in contrast, okay, this is contrast, they had 61 million for stinking what's it called? They had basically a third. And from reports that are out there, the NFL has been meeting with people going, what the crap happened? This should have never have even been a thing ever.
Because most Americans, where the NFL is based, the biggest fans are here in America, and they're not necessarily fans of Bad Bunny.
Right.
There's easily 10, 15 artists and bands that could have been, but instead, it seems like they wanted instead to focus on an international audience, and you got to give and take. Like you got to pick your poison, and they missed an opportunity. I mean, hopefully they learn from this and say, maybe this isn't the best. My thing is, I don't want people to see this performance and think, well, it was very tame, and then people kind of like start singing his songs or doing his raps and all, and think like, oh, he's so wholesome, and it becomes a matter of I'm listening to his music and I don't even realize what's being said, and it's very bad.
Oh yeah.
Here's the thing, this dude, some with probably breasts, and like he's not wholesome at all. And I'm not saying, I mean, like I'm not saying, in the past they've had The Weeknd, or they had, what was it, a few years ago they had like Snoop Dogg and Eminem and Dr. Dre and 50 Cent, like I get that. I don't expect them to be super clean, but kind of like what you were saying, uh, people don't like, had this been in English, things would have been a lot different. But I will say this though, okay? With I did watch the TPUSA one, and it was all right. But to be honest, I was a little underwhelmed. I didn't think it would be overtly Christian, and it was more, to me, it was more patriotic. It was definitely much more patriotic than Christian. Kid Rock, the way he ended it, not even as Kid Rock, which is actually his stage name, but as I forgot his real name, which I actually had to look it up.
Lionel Richie.
He said a different name, but I'm pretty sure that's still Kid. And I mean, I enjoyed what he said. He made it. He kind of told it. It's as if he told a story of finding Jesus, and just being forgiven, which I thought was awesome. But I mean, all in all, just like the performances were just not the best, And but I mean that's fine, Whatever. Hopefully next year will be better, but we'll see.
Well, they've already, okay. So I saw another post about that for next year as well. They have already came out and said, yeah, we're doing another one next year, because they're already like
Another one.
They're doing another Turning Point halftime show now. Except this time they got a year to plan. Like it's already, like, it's solidified. So when the NFL said that they needed, in order for them to actually really take a look and worry about Turning Point's halftime show, it needed to have about 3 million live views. Well, it got doubled. And I was one of those viewers, Jason. Right. I know you were one of the viewers. So it's very interesting, like, when we start talking about, the Turning Point. I have to say, I enjoy what he did. I absolutely love what he did, because what he did was so phenomenal. As an artist, preparing that redemption arc, that redemption story was absolutely amazing. And I find it kind of funny, because I was looking at the top charts to see where, Kid Rock and all that goes, and he's not on there. Like, he's not on there, which makes me kind of beg the question: is there a conspiracy going on here with the music industry? I am not.
Well, I'm not going to say anything about the music industry. I'm not going to say anything about the music industry. Just
I'm not a conspiracy theorist,
because of everything that's with everything in the news right now, and that's something else that you could talk about, which we're not going to dive into, but that is something else. The whole Epstein files and all this. Because I guarantee, I've had this theory for quite some time, and honestly, it just continues to be confirmed that Hollywood, and I mean, I would say LA, as in like the music industry. I mean, I guess even in Nashville, because Nashville has its own music industry, but the music, there's a lot of stuff, like demonic stuff that I'll put it this way. In some sense, I'm kind of like, God, I'm so glad that you promised not to flood the earth, because I mean, this is pretty much same thing, like on the scale. Like, I almost like, I mean, pretty much like Sodom and Gomorrah.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on, and more stuff being released. So there's definitely something going on there. But you know that's a conversation we can totally have another time. Uh, but yeah, no, the entertainment industry, people are in power for a reason, and they haven't, and they know what they're doing. That's all that I'm going to say.
Yeah, look. I think bottom line is when we start talking about all that stuff, I think we're asking for trouble. I firmly believe as of right now, I think Apple, iTunes, and all of them are just blowing up the numbers to show. Well, Bad Bunny is the most downloaded. I don't think that's the case at all. I think what's really going on is Kid Rock's was up there, and they just, the music and media industry just doesn't want it up. Guys, this is gonna be like a little video I'm gonna post.
Well, with all that's why I'm holding up Jesus.
Yeah.
Is that this guy is what really matters.
Guys, we don't get too crazy with conspiracy theories here, but put a like and comment. This is gonna be like a little video we're gonna do about Turning Point and conspiracy theory. Stuff like that. Let us know your thoughts. Was the halftime show any good? Was it terrible? Was it does the NFL and the music industry
crazy old man? What's these youngins in there?
Yeah. Not patriotic at all. Okay, so